human being. So with that said, we'd all like to officially welcome Tupac Shakur into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Tupac, we love you, dog. You're gonna always be right with us. We know you're gonna live forever, because legends always do. They can't take this away from you, homie. And since my brother is not here in the physical form, I'll accept this honor on his behalf. I love you, Tupac. Welcome to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Thug life. Got shot, and I was so weak, I damn near fell over. I immediately flew to Vegas, and I walked in the room, and I seen him laid out on the bed with all kind of tubes in him. And his mom came over to me, and she grabbed me, she held me up, and she said, "Baby, you got to be strong." And I went and sat next to him, and was whispering to him, telling him I loved him, and to hold on, and he was gonna be okay. And even in that moment, his mom was thinking more about me than herself, and showing me how to love strong. I got a Rolls Royce, he got a Rolls Royce. He walked down the steps, I walked down the steps. We meet right here. I'm like, "Cuz, you going to Vegas?" He do me like this. Went his way and he went my way. Next time I get a call, you know, niggas like, turn on the news, cuz. I'm at Warren G house. We turn on the news, we see yellow tape, Suge BMW. Call Suge, he like, "Yeah, they whoop-de-whoop, come on out here now." Drive out there, I see him in the bed. Laid up, no words, no conversation. I see Jesse Jackson, his mama. His mama pulled me to the side. She make me feel like a real player, because she tell me, "My baby loved you, and I love you, and I don't care." She just hit me with what I needed to hear, you know, coming from my mother, because she was strong at that time. Everybody else was crying and breaking down. She was real strong, and she just held me real tight, and she just said a prayer with me. And I know I went there, I hollered at him for about 20 minutes, and I went in the bathroom, I fainted, I threw up. I just was like, I was gone. Like my whole, because me and my homie wasn't straight. You understand what I'm saying? It's like, I'm not even gonna be able to apologize to him, or even just to tell him, "I feel you, I'm wrong," or whatever. We never got that day, and that's the way it ended with me and him, to where he passed away, and I never got a chance to, you know, apologize, or even just tell him, you know, what is it, how can we fix this?
Our last interview, that when Tupac was in the hospital fighting for his life, no one from Death Row came to see him, right?
No.
How do you feel about Snoop Dogg claiming that he came to visit Tupac while he was in the hospital?
You know, at this point, it's not like a thing that I would argue, because that's something that he has to live with. I just know for the time that I was there, he must have snuck in. Everybody else, that when those people came, I think a lot of people came like right when they found out Pac was either dying and I didn't know about it, so to say, or they showed up, a lot of people showed up the day of him passing. But I can't say that it was a lot of Death Row people or Death Row artists that was there. A lot of the representatives and people, the administrative people out of them, and the outlaws, I could see them. I could almost go in my mind and see everybody that came. And then, you know, anybody could argue the fact, well, I wasn't there 24 hours a day. But, you know, Snoop Dogg showing up at a hospital where Tupac is lying sick, you know, where the pictures at? Ain't no pictures, nothing. Nah, I didn't see it. Everybody was kind of a little nervous. Man, this dude just got killed. So it's nothing bad. It's not like I'm saying, oh, you know, I'm not even relating to them, liking them. I don't, me talking is not to make it look like I had the best relationship with Pac and nobody else did. My relationship with him was my relationship with him and Suge. Everybody else have their own stories. But when I hear stories for sure that I know people ain't telling the whole shit on, I gotta say something, because I've been left out of so many things. And now I know why people leave me out of so many things, because they really don't want the whole truth. To get the whole truth, you gotta say that I was there. And if I'm saying that I was there and you say that, the stuff that you're saying gotta be true. And if it's not true, I'm gonna say, hey, didn't see you. So no, I didn't see the Dogg Pound. I didn't see Snoop. I didn't see when you say artists, like OFTB and people like that, I remember them artists there. So yeah, if Outlaws were their artists, I do, to answer that question in a vague way. But like when you say Snoop Dogg, nah, ask another name. He wasn't there, you know. And I think I like Snoop. I don't have a problem with Snoop. You know what I'm saying? We artists, we label mates. Snoop paved the way for Death Row. That's
did catch my attention, man, when I was listening to that podcast, man, was Suge Knight revealing that, you know, Snoop, he worked with Big Dre after Tupac got killed. And when I heard that, man, that was wild. For you to be working with somebody that was in the car with Keefe D when Tupac got shot, that's crazy, man.
That's strange, you know what I mean? That kind of threw me off because I heard it, and I think I heard it from somewhere else. Maybe Reggie, right? From Bomb First, I think. I might have heard him say something similar where that's crazy, bro. Like, if you know this dude 100% is in a car with a person that killed your boy and you do a song with him, it just really shows how you always felt about Pac. You know, and I always said that, you know what I mean? It just shows how you really felt because some stuff that, you know what I mean, some stuff you just don't do. You know what I mean? Like, this is different than entertainers. The Outlaws can say, well, these people are rappers, but Dre was actually in a car that's supposed to kill the dude that, you know what I mean, that you was like, I'm gonna name my son after Pac. I love him, and you know what I mean? So it just shows who people truly are, you know what I mean? And that's why, and this is why you gotta realize, even after Pac died, like when we was used to be in the studio with Pac and Snoop and everybody was around, you should see the love that they was giving us, or whatever, the fake love, whatever the people want to call it. But when Pac died, we seen the switch. And even me, I was like, if these really was his homeboys, you know what I mean? You would think that they would be like, yo, Outlaws, y'all needed it, even though we don't really care. We grown men, young men at that particular time. And that's why I have a lot of respect for Fat Joe. Because Fat Joe was one of the few dudes from the East Coast that reached out to us. And when he used to come to LA, he used to put us on the radio. And when we were on the radio, he said it live. He's like, I just don't understand how that all these people saying they love Pac. Because this was like 96, 97, 98. It was new, Pac died. He like, all these people love Pac, but these is his homies. Ain't nobody reaching out to see if they straight. And that's why that bond that, you know, even to this day I had with Fat Joe, because I just like loyal people, you know?
Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. To do a song with somebody that was in the car when your friend got shot, somebody that you called a friend,
Yeah.
crazy, man.
Yeah, what's your excuse of doing that? That don't even make sense, you know what I mean? Like, that's crazy.
Yeah, that's disgusting, man.
Yeah, some people just have no, they just not honorable people. You know what I mean? Like, some people just don't have nothing they to stand for. They just go wherever the money. You know what I mean? You pay them, you know, whatever you give them. That, you know, he probably gave them some money, and he just didn't get. They just go for money. I was shocked because you know what I mean. Even though it's in his personality. I mean, like Snoop, like I could see him doing something like that. But I was just like, come on, bro, not like this dude was in a car. That's like Keefe D become his DJ on tour. He just like, I'm going on tour and Keefe D my DJ. You might as well, you know what I mean? Because it's just like this dude was every interview you say how you love Pac and you wish you would have spoke to him. Some stuff you just don't do. You do a song with a dude that was in a car when he got died, but I guess it just shows how people are, you know what I mean? Their personality.
Well, one of the things depicted in the movie was that Tupac and Snoop were beefing right before the shooting happened. Now, you guys were there when that happened?
Me and Napoleon was.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
okay,
I was
so
there.
tell me about that situation.
It definitely was some tension, you know what I mean?
We was out there, I think we was in the limo in front of the hotel or something like that, and we was listening to the radio, and Snoop and them, he had just went on, I think it was Angie Martinez, and, you know, they asked him the question, you know, how he felt and if, you know, Big and them, how he felt about Puff and them. He was like, them is his homeboys, which they was. He been had a relationship with him, and you know, Pac just, you know, in the midst of hit him up, and you know, the rant that Pac was on, you know, not the rant, but the wave he was on at the time, you know what I mean? And he didn't like it.
And not only that, like what No said, they was homies, but you got to realize, look at it from Pac's standpoint of view. Now we older.
Right.
And I'm sure Pac was alive, he would be thinking much differently than he was back then. Him and Snoop would have probably been sat down and talked. But you know, Pac was angry not only because not just because of that interview. A couple weeks before that, people don't know that Pac and Snoop did songs dissing Biggie. I remember hearing it. You know what I mean? Oh. So Pac looking at it like, okay, you dissing songs with me, you riding on my enemies together. You know, because Snoop got his trailer shot up one time, and when they came back from New York, they just started doing songs going at him.
Okay, so
matter of fact, the whole Death Row was like, you had R&B singers doing diss records. The Bad Boy, like it had really gotten out of control.
It was crazy.
Okay,
it had went way to a level of. You know what I mean?
Okay, so there are songs with Tupac and Snoop dissing Biggie.
You can go online and find these songs.
Sure. So they got leaked out.
NY87, they got leaked out.
So Pac was really mad, like, cause Pac he's that type of, like Edie said, Pac all in or he not in at all. You know what I mean? His loyalty, like if he was the type of person, if Snoop doing a song dissing somebody, Pac like, okay, you beefing with him, Snoop, I'm with him. Right. I'm with you on that. So Pac look at it like, okay, if this is how you feel. Nobody can really say why Pac was mad but him, you know. But Pac looking at it like, come on, man, you were just in L.A. dissing him with me. Now you on the radio saying something different. You know what I mean? So I think that triggered some type of attention, you know, which was, I think it would have worked its way itself out. Pac had he did definitely have love for Snoop. When Pac passed away, Snoop was, you know, they had love for each other.
Right, because
put your glasses up in the air. Let's take a toast to Sean Combs, Puff Daddy, Kim Porter. Let's go, everybody take a shot. Let's take it.